Hey YouTube, Andrew Sellers here, and I am about to show off an updated and stronger version of my Overlord deck profile. And if I had been correctly informed about that Grade 2 Overlord promo being a promo instead of a triple R, the deck profile would have been this one. The BCF one would have been this one anyway. Anyways, on to the updated Overlord deck profile. Undu, Bar, Nahalem, the end. Kinda cool that I've got that version of the end now, huh? So, when Bar's ridden upon by Nahalem, his skill is Counterblast 1. You search your deck for any grade 1 and add it to your hand. It can be Halbay, and it can be a Dragon Empire PG, and it can be Sanctitude. Any grade 1 of your choice, which is very nice. Next up, Nahalem, Dragonite Nahalem. When he's ridden upon by any Overlord unit, you can move him you can call him to a rear guard, and his additional skill is Act, Soul Blast 1 on rear guard, Soul Blast 1. If your Vanguard has Overlord in its name, you choose Overlord and Nahalem, and they both get plus 5,000 power till the end of the turn. And finally, the big boss himself, Dragonic Overlord, the end. His skill is during your turn, if you have regular Dragonic Overlord in your soul, he gets plus 5,000 power. And his other skill is, after this guy attacks, you Counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, and restand the end. And if you have no Overlord units in your soul, he gets -1 drive check. But thanks to the new grade 2, you don't have to worry about that, because you can just discard Overlord whenever you get the chance to, and send Overlord to your soul so that you can keep your twin drive. On to the grade 0s. 4 draw triggers. Hand management, I feel, in this game is really good. So I'm drawing to help get the deck's resources faster. 7 critical. Look at these shiny critical triggers. Don't they look pretty? But yeah, 7 crits good enough. 4 heal triggers. 2 regular heals. One of it being a foil. 1 copy of Stealth Fiend and 1 copy of Cure Flare Draco Kid. He works against units that have attacked more than once the turn it's used to guard, and he's used against units whose critical outside of critical triggers are above +1, are 2 or higher. And finally, Dragaveta, your overtrigger for the deck. And the only one you need for this deck. Next up, for grade 1s, 4 PGs, 3 Twin Buckler, 1 Sanctitude. Sanctitude's mainly there for Chronojet and for other decks that have triple drive, and Buckler's there if your hand size is small. Next up, 4 copies of Mid-Hat. Thanks to Mid-Hat's skill, when your Overlord unit, when your Vanguard restands, you retire it, draw a card, you retire this guy and draw a card. And it activates if your Vanguard restands from an ability, meaning it can't from the overtrigger. 4 copies of Halbay. In casual, I'll be proxying. In casual, I proxy this Berserk Dragon as Halbei, but in tournament, I'm gonna be using Halbei at 3 and Berserk at 1. But as of right now, I'm running 3 Halbei. Eventually, I'm gonna be getting my 4th Halbei when that premium set comes out, because we all know Halbei is getting reprinted in that set, and I don't I've spent $50 a piece on each of the Halbeis I have now, so I'm predicting that this version of the card's gonna be $20 or $25 less when the card gets reprinted. So yeah, 4 Halbei in casual, 3 in tournament for now. Next up, 4 copies of Basset Artillery Dragon. When this guy's attack hits, it retires itself and you draw a card. Then you choose an opponent's rearguard and retire it. So yeah, he's a good draw extender for the deck. And now 4 copies of one of the best cards in the deck, Ardor Hatchet Dragon. The card I should have gotten sooner. When placed on Guardian Circle while your Vanguard's Overlord, he gets plus 5,000 shield, and here's the best part about him. On rearguard. If he's on rearguard, and if you have a grade 3 or greater grade 3 or greater Vanguard, you retire Hatchet Dragon, choose a grade 3 Overlord unit from your drop zone, and stash it in the soul. So he's there for helping you get to the end. And finally, 4 copies of Berserk Dragon. When he's placed on rearguard, you counterblast 1, check the top 7 cards of your deck for an Overlord unit. If you got one, you can either add it or you can just choose not to add it. And if you didn't add an Overlord unit, you get to countercharge. And each time your Overlord Vanguard attacks, he gets plus 5,000 power for the rest of the turn. So if the end were to attack 3 times in one turn, this guy would gain plus 15,000 power from his skill. Now for the grade 3s. 3 copies of Dragonic Overlord. His skill isn't really important because all he's there for is being sent to the soul with Hatchet Dragon skill. And finally, 3 copies of the End. Eventually, I may actually try to build this deck in max rarity, even if it costs more than just a pretty penny to eventually build up. So now, unlike my last video, I'm actually going to get to explaining explaining combos. So here's one of my fancy combos. So first, one of them is that you can use a Ardor Hatchet skill to retire it, put Overlord in your soul, and then call this guy in front of mid-hat, go into your battle phase, attack with this guy first, and it doesn't really matter if your opponent guards it or not. Next, you boost with mid-hat and swing with the End for 26. You go for your Twin Drive first, and then after you attack, you use the End skill to counterblast 1, ditch Halbei from your hand so you can call it, restand him, and then use both your mid-hat skills to retire them and draw a card. If you manage to hit with blast artillery before swinging with the end, great. If not, no big deal. No matter what you do, you'll always have cards in your hand. And then, of course, you attack with the end again, and then swing with Burning Horn after getting its huge bonus. And I'm about to go into another fancy combo with the deck. Persona Ride the End, draw your card. Let's see. Call another copy of Mid-Hat. So, Battle Phase. You'll either want to have him or Burning Horn on your rear guard. No, actually, another copy of him, really. Attack with him first, swing with the end, and then use his skill, then attack with a bigger number, then swing with Burning Horn. Sorry if this combo ended up being pretty much the same as the other combo, except with the Persona Blast. But yeah, I just like to go into combos with the deck, and I like to help people that want to learn Vanguard. And things about Vanguard too. You can also do things with having Burning Horn as your only rearguard too, and Nehalem if you have him. And they're all really simple to figure out. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll be sure to upload some more awesome videos. See you later, everyone.